Okay, so we'll get this show on the road. I imagine Ben will join us when he's ready, because he said he was going to come in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 16th or 17th episode. We're flying along, guys.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Val, how's your week been, mate?
Quiet, really. I think as everyone, I've just been, getting on with work and keeping an eye on the DayZ stuff and just chilling, really, just doing as much work as I can. So I've been quite busy, but at the same time, it's been quite quiet. So,
oh Jesus, I clicked on something. Well, how do I make it show everyone again equally? Unfocus this person. That's it. There we go. Yep. Total boomer tonight. I've got to be careful what I click on and what I don't click on. But man, what a week it's been, Brim. What a week it has been.
Yeah, you're telling me. Fucking hell. I thought it was going to be a lovely, quiet week with just a couple of news stories, be a really nice little podcast. We can chill out, have a bit of banter. It'll be lovely. And then good old Foxy Pope decides to ruin my fucking night, the bastard, and puts up a fucking bit of Twitter beef. And I'm like, oh, Foxy, come on, man.
Was it you who did the, shit, here we go again.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, we've done so well. I'm going to find a way of putting up one of those fucking X amount of days since last accident at work things.
Yes, we need that.
Fucking horrific Twitter drama in the community.
We do need that. That'd be hilarious, actually.
Be getting fucking reset every week on the podcast.
Yeah. But no, it's been one hell of a week, Val. From 1.08, all the issues with the modded servers, the Twitter drama, and just so many other little things that we'll get into later. So, yeah. Hopefully next week's a bit better, Val?
Never a quiet week, is it? Never any sort of we have a week with no controversy, whether it be something minor or something kicking off on Twitter. We always have something to talk. That's good for us. We got stuff to talk about. But
Yep. So we'll get the drama out of the way early, and thankfully it wasn't me who started it this time. Erno and Anarchy on Twitter. Erno put out a tweet that, how do I get it to... Oh, no, there we go. I just right-click on it. It's coming up in the screen. So question, if I would have proof of another YouTuber clearly scripting his videos, should I expose that person, even if he denies it? I'm not a person that likes drama. I also wouldn't say someone scripts video without having evidence. So much packaged into that, whatever the character limit is. But it was, it started a massive shit fight. You've only got to look at the, I think Danny Boy's and Brian Hicks is the two comments that show at the top are my favourites. Danny Boy, this is mildly amusing. He's a funny bugger, Danny. He is.
Emphasis on the word mildly.
Brian summed it up, and it's probably something that I need to remember as well. But this whole trope of this continuing to happen reminds me of a sibling more focused on what their brother or sister gets or is doing than what is going on in their own life area. There is enough drama out here today. Just focus on bettering yourself, in my opinion. And he got 37 likes for that.
I think he worded that absolutely perfectly as well. I absolutely 100% agree with that. And like you said, Boydie, I think there's a lot to unpackage in Erno's tweet, and like you say, I think part of the problem of that is that there is that obviously that character limit on Twitter. So mix that with the fact that that you can't really convey emotion and intent in what you've written because you can't tell from inflections in people's voices and things. It does make things a little bit difficult to get your point across at times on things like Twitter, but at the same time, I think I 100% I agree with Brian. Get on with what you're doing yourself. And at the end of the day, the way I see it, that first bit he says is, if I had this knowledge and this, should I expose them? And I think, well, what's the point in exposing them in the first place? I think Anarchy brought up a good point in his sort of retort and defense at some point, saying at the end of the day, it's all for entertainment, all for entertainment. Who gives a flying fuck if it's scripted? I quite enjoy Anarchy's content. I don't care whether it's scripted or not. The guy puts out some decent content. I don't give a flying fuck. He could be doing backflips and fucking elbow dropping his nan for all I care. He's
Yeah.
putting out a decent DayZ video. That's all I give a shit about. Like, I don't understand that cancel culture thing. Like Foxy said, the cancel culture and all the drama and exposing people for your own clout. I don't understand. Let people do what they're doing. You do what you're doing. Erno's got his own thing going on. He's doing very well. You know, fair dues to him. And he again, he's a great content creator. It's like, it's a shame to see him come down to that level.
They all are, Val. It's this, the thing that gets me here is it just seems like the guy that everyone holds as the pinnacle of DayZ content is Frankie. Everyone wants to be as successful as Frankie is, yet it's now become a dirty word to script. Now, I get the whole argument of, you know, raw content and all the rest of it, but I said this earlier in the stream tonight. We briefly touched on it, but in my opinion, Val, if someone can create an entertaining story that's just as engaging to watch, then there's nothing wrong with that. And personally, I give them more respect in a way for being able to create a thoroughly entertaining video for us to watch. Should they label it as scripted? Yes, maybe they should. But at the same time, I didn't know that all of Frankie's stuff was... I honestly don't know if all of Frankie's stuff was scripted, but a lot of it was, apparently. Does it change my view on him? No, I fucking enjoyed those videos.
I think I agree with the point that it's all for entertainment, isn't it, at the end of the day? And even if somebody is using scripted parts of a video, you know, at the end of the day, it's not kind of reflecting on past things that we've discussed where people have, you know, used potential admin abuse to script videos. I think if a piece of content is scripted between him and a friend, it's no issue to me. I don't even care if it's labeled as scripted or not. For me, it's about watching something that you enjoy and kind of watching a enjoyable piece of entertainment. But for me, the thing that always pisses me off so much about these sort of debates, not these debates, sorry, a lot of the responses to the status on Twitter is that you always get the same people, the same wolves always jump in.
Dogpiling.
Mentioning names. Yeah, or just pile on. And even people that have absolutely fuck all to do with the original debate jump in. It's always the same people. I think people just like the drama and like to attack other people sometimes, and it reflects badly on them as well.
The Karma Crew guys are going hard on anyone at the moment, and you know, if that's their thing, so be it. But I agree with what Foxy wrote, and Foxy, thank you so much for making it today, mate. I know you're back at work full time now, and you're definitely going to be missed as our stat man, our facts man in the background. But fuck the cancel culture and all the drama. I had enough of it. I've been in it enough times myself, and I really want to try and avoid it. I know probably some will come out of this topic from tonight's podcast, but it's just, if the guy's entertaining people and he's not hurting anyone, he's not cheating, so be it. Like, I still stay in contact with Milo, and on my YouTube channel, the last 4 comments, no, wrong one. I'll just load it up and share it on the screen. I actually copied these and I sent them to Milo, because regardless of whether the boy did a bad thing or not, he was still a very talented content creator. Comments. Okay. I want Milo back. No matter what Milo did, his videos are still entertaining and fun to watch. People make mistakes. I hope he yada, yada, yada. Why is he not uploading? So the last 3 comments I've had, paid actors, Nushka says in chat. But the last 3 comments I've had are people who want Milo to come back. And you know what he said to me when I messaged him? He said, no, I'm worried I'm still a laughing stock. Which kind of comes back to what you and both of you two were saying, that was a hell of a dog pile on a young kid. Yeah. You know, I know a lot of people disagreed with me on that, but we're dogpiling on someone again. I don't know Anarchy. I don't think I've ever spoken to Anarchy, but he seems like a very talented content creator, and he's now being called out for because he's not true and organic and all the rest of it. You do you, and let others do it their way, as long as they're not hurting anyone. And I think there was a comment on that thread as well about if they do it a second time, so be it. But I don't actually really have an issue with what Anarchy did. And I think people just need to calm down and focus, like Brian said, on themselves. Even Ariana had a great tweet on the topic. If I go back to it, when it lets me, there we go. There we go. In my honest opinion, if someone has done something shady, it will come out eventually. Why drag yourself and your reputation through it? It's not worth it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with her more. At the end of the day, I struggle to understand why people like Erno and Minder, who are both great content creators in their own rights, why they have to, like you say, dogpile in on everyone. They did the same thing with Milo. I don't know if Erno did with Milo, but I know Minder did. Like they're basically kind of towards the top of the community, and I think they should be leading by example, not jumping in and chatting a bunch of shit about someone and, you know, creating this toxic environment that none of us want or need to be in, regardless of the current situation in the world with COVID and all that stuff. Without all that, it's still unnecessary for someone who is sort of, like I say, at that sort of that hierarchy at the top there of the community, so to speak, to just be willingly going on Twitter and calling people out and having fucking online beef with someone over a video game.
I think when I referred before about people that always seem to jump in on a debate and often have nothing constructive to it, I think the person you just mentioned then was probably the person I was referring to. And you see it over and over again on Twitter, not this person in this occasion, but it kind of comes down to just a group of people bullying other people. That's what it seems like, because the same group of people always jump into a debate, and it's really sort of crass, and it just makes them look really bad sometimes.
I did have to laugh at Cy Syndicate jumping in there. Nice drama, Erno. A man who's not unaccustomed to drama himself.
I love the fact as well that someone in that Twitter thread said something along the lines of, first, you know, you're doing this now, Erno, and there, but before you were creating drama with Cy Sin. And then Erno tagged Cy Sin and was like, do you remember when this was? And then Cy Sin was like, no, don't ring a bell, mate. I'm just like, for fuck's sake, really?
Yeah. No. There we go. I'm not a person that likes drama. Literally fakes drama with Cy to get viewers. When did I do that? I don't recall. But a lot of it comes down to now. Erno did. I was looking at it earlier. Say that he apparently tried to deny it, which that adds a bit more to it. But essentially, it comes down to no. I don't think it was worth it. There was no issues with cheating on servers or anything like that. So just let them have fun and do their thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, just for context's sake, Minder is currently streaming. He's got 83,000 followers and is currently streaming to just shy of 400 people.
Yep.
And Erno's not doing too bad himself. He's currently streaming to over 100 people. I just don't understand why people of their sort of caliber, so to speak, if you want to use that one, feel the need to go on Twitter and create drama. I mean, Erno's current stream title is DayZ Drama. So he's clearly doesn't give a flying fuck. He's clearly just relishing in it and just doing it for the sake of, creating drama and trying to maybe get a little bit of his own clout out there and get his name out there a bit more. But it's just such a scummy way of doing things. Like he's a very talented guy. He can do everything off his own back. I don't see the point in creating Twitter drama over something so fucking unimportant.
The thing is, though, some of these people, not necessarily, I'm not talking about Erno, by the way, but some of these people were people that came out and said that Milo was getting what he deserved when all the things were going on about, not Erno, sorry, Milo was getting what he deserved. And
Yeah,
I think it's just a cycle. It happens over and over again with some people, and it's things get blown out of proportion, really, because fucking hell, it's somebody being accused of potentially shooting his friend and putting it into a video. It was some of the things who were accused of doing. Who gives a shit? It's a video that we can watch and enjoy, and it's not like his abusing admin powers. It's not like his really trying to pass off a whole video as being.
I think a lot of it comes down to
so.
the people who are creating truly organic content, which is a fucking grind. It is a fucking grind. Playing hours and hours and hours just for maybe 5 to 10 minutes that are worthy for a video. As opposed to, on one hand, and then you've got the people who are scripting the content on the other hand, and the organic people don't like it, so they're going to decry it because they're not as good as them. Lax Hawthorne, I'm going to send the Twitter about Boydie stealing my content, and also might as well throw in some scripted in there as well. Yeah. How you doing, Lax, buddy? Oh, mate, fucking. Hey, Lax, it's not me causing the drama this time, mate, so we're talking about it, which we, it's what we do on this show, but yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's a real shame as well for me on a personal level, because in the last week, 2 weeks, I've really been doubling down on streaming almost every day and only streaming DayZ. And before we even started this podcast, before this very first episode we did, I hadn't properly played DayZ in weeks, if not months. I played a few hours here or there, but I've recently rekindled my love for it. I've been watching a lot more streamers, a lot more YouTube content on the game. I've been playing it and streaming it myself. I even made my own DayZ YouTube video. I've really been enjoying it, and I've sort of left this week on a high, knowing that, I can now somewhat consider myself part of this amazing community. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden I think, right, I'll have one last quick trip onto Twitter tonight. I'll go to bed. and I see fucking Erno's kicking off at anarchy over the same bullshit that we've seen 1,000 times. You think, for fuck's sake, man, it genuinely makes me like not want to create content. It generally makes me hesitant to go out and make any sort of YouTube content for DayZ, because I'm concerned that suddenly my head's going to be on the chopping block, and I'm going to get a bunch of people who I consider above me in the DayZ community just shit on me for absolutely no reason. And I worry about people that have lesser, not as thick a skin as me, that might have that same thought and then not do anything. Like I said before, they should be leading by example and saying, look, maybe this isn't my thing. Maybe I don't enjoy scripted content. However, congratulations on getting 1,000 views on your video. Congratulations on, becoming part of the community and picking people up and helping people along, not just fucking flinging a shit at them and saying, fuck it, let's all jump on the bandwagon and just kick off the person for doing something they love.
John Bond, thank you so much for the sub. I can't turn them off. The alert just came through quite loudly, my scare alerts. But yeah, it's, one thing I'm really happy about, and Lax will probably back me up here. Here in Australia, there's really no drama between the content creators. There's some of us who we, don't get along with as much, but for the most part, you just don't see people carrying on. We're all content. Lax is one of the nice guys, and is very, very generous with promoting other people and that. But we've got Ben, we've got Diddy, we've got Lax, we've got Bundy, we've got me, we've got just so many of us. And we're all content, D-Hop, and we're all just content to share. There's no rivalry. It seems like these guys it's almost like they're fighting over viewers. I'm 100% organic.
I think within Europe and America, there's kind of various cliques that have kind of came about, haven't they, within DayZ? I don't necessarily mean stream teams. I'm not talking about that kind of thing here, but definitely there's various cliques that have kind of originated, and it seems that a lot of these disagreements are just one clique against another, maybe sometimes. There's very few big streamers that sit outside of those groups. Maybe Paul and I don't know, Uncle Ray being exceptions there, but the vast majority of these people are within cliques and groups, and it sometimes
Uncle Ray
fuels
just does
the
whatever
drama.
the fuck he wants, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's hilarious. Love him.
I think that's the best way to be, though, to a degree, isn't it? It's just to not to give a flying fuck, to interact with your community, do what you love to do and what your community loves to see you do, and just get on with it. Like I haven't been following Uncle Ray for a huge amount of time, but from playing on his test server the other weekend, once he gets that up and running fully in the next couple of weeks, I'll definitely be playing on it when it's fully up and running. And his community is just phenomenal, And like I say, they're all just getting on with enjoying what they want to enjoy. I've not seen a single piece of drama come out of that community. And the same goes for Lax as well. I've never seen a single bit of drama come through from Lax's community. You never saw it hardly anywhere.
You never saw the drama over Lax's fucking desktop.
What was the drama over Lax's desktop?
He had He had the ugliest fucking desktop on his computer I have ever seen. There were literally files saved to his desktop. He showed it on stream and I was watching it, and the entire fucking chat just went absolutely apeshit. It was like, Lax, you can't do that. You're fucking your computer. It was fucking hilarious. It was hilarious as well. Absolutely hilarious. He's actually cleaned his desktop up now. It's nice and tidy and everything like that. No, I'm not talking about the desk that he has his computer on. The desktop of his actual computer.
The actual screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've noticed watching his streams recently, he's got it nicely all tucked to one side. Like mine's quite neat as well, because I'm a little bit of a neat freak when it comes to things like that. So mine's sort of dotted in like a table shape. So it's like a square without the bottom. So I've got them up the side, across the top, and down the right side. Nothing in the middle. So yeah, I can kind of get where his chat was going with that.
John Bond's just outed him. He said he had a book as a mouse pad at one stage as well.
Oh,
Jesus
Christ.
fucking Christ, Lax. Oh,
can I get a refund on my subscription?
I'll have to bloody find you a DayZ fucking mouse pad or something like that and send it to you if you don't have one there. But yeah. A little bit more drama. BabyNade server and Twitter and Discord just bang, gone. No one knew what the fuck was going on. I reached out to him for a comment, but he didn't get back to me. But it looks like it's all back up again.
Yeah, from what I saw on Twitter the other day, I think his Twitter came back up and he posted a thing saying Discord was compromised, so I shut it down. Here's the new address for the new one. And that was the last I saw. So I kind of assumed by that everything was in the works of getting back up and running and working again. But it'd be really interesting to know overall what actually happened and hopefully how to avoid it for other people as well.
Yeah, I do hope he comes out and lets us know, Val, because that is, DayZ has its people who like to target the game to do what they can to fuck it over, and BabyNade's server has been doing very well pop-wise. So, yeah, I hope he does come out and let us know a little bit more about, obviously, if there was potentially a bit of drama there, maybe with someone who's got it in for him or something. But, yeah, it was sad to see, because as far as I know, BabyNades is a pretty solid bloke.
Yeah, it was all a bit weird. I play on the server quite a lot. It's probably my go-to server at the minute, because it's not heavily modded and it's quite hardcore, so it's a lot of fun. And I think just in the space of, like you said, next to no time at all, like the Discord channel was gone and everything was gone. So it was, for a short time, I think I was at work, so I kind of missed it just disappearing. And some people that I played the server with had sent me a message and saying, well, it's all just gone. So that was kind of confusing for a while. But it's sad because, like you say, the server's generally been full recently, and it's been having quite a lot of success. So whether that's someone targeting him for that sort of maybe not newfound, because obviously he's an amazing content creator and his server's been kind of improving in population for quite some time. So it's not newfound success, but maybe somebody did have something against it and wanted to stick
You
the knife in.
found
But-
success for him for his server at least. I think
yeah,
that's,
definitely. Yeah.
other than After Dark, that's the first server, and it's got his name on it. So I know Paul has had issues, and Minder have had issues with certain people who shall remain nameless. Please don't mention their names. Targeting them and doing whatever they can to fuck them over. And maybe he's gone and found himself someone who's got their knickers in a twist, and yeah.
Probably just jealousy. You see all these like amazing content creators like Paul and Minder, and I think people always seem to want to put the knife in dirt. And whether it's I don't know, whether it's some kind of jealousy or whether it's just having a very minor issue with them that gets overblown. But it's sad to see these things happen.
But on a more positive note, let me bring it up. Oh. Still getting used to the new format, folks. Put Google back up. There we go. To everyone who has supported me and my channel through the last 4 years, I couldn't have ever achieved this without your constant encouragement. It's been a real pleasure making videos for you all. I appreciate you and thank you for giving me this opportunity. And he has got his 100,000 subscriber plaque from YouTube. So congratulations, baby Nate.
Definitely. Well deserved.
Very well deserved. Very well deserved. He does a lot of very, very large size videos, and not a lot of content creators do that. So much respect to him. That he's bucking the trend a bit there. Most of them seem to go for that 10 to 20 minute mark, and his are generally 40 to 60 minutes, if not more. And he's managed to crack that 100K mark, which is a big, big mark for any YouTuber, especially someone doing DayZ. That's the first plaque you can actually receive from YouTube, I believe, is the 100K silver play button. So congratulations, baby Nades. On a sad note, Jacon pulling the pin on making DayZ content.
Yeah, I think it's been in the... Sorry.
Hey,
No,
it's
go on,
been a
mate.
while. Let's talk
All I
about
was going to say was I think it's been in the pipeline for a while, hasn't it? I think previously he said he was going to move away from DayZ content, and I was a big fan of J-Con's videos, and it's obviously sad to see him go, but at the same time, if it wasn't making him happy, or I think the thing about content creation is that you should do whatever makes you happy. You shouldn't do something that just gets you down. So if that's what he wants to move on and do things like airsoft videos, and good on him. If that makes him happy, good.
Smells like silo,
I
anyone?
agree with Mike.
He's going to do a silo on us.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Silo makes some cracking content with his airsoft stuff. I've watched a few of his videos over the years, so I've all power to him. I mean, J-Con was one of the first sort of DayZ content creators on YouTube that I really started watching. I used to love watching all of his videos on the old Chipotle Bandit servers. And when I first got my PC all built together, I was like, right, I know I've got a copy of DayZ. I've got a PC. I really want to get on them servers. And then about a week before my PC was fully built, installed, ready to go, he shut the servers down for whatever reason it was. I can't remember why he did, but I think he just didn't like having servers anymore. And I was like, I was really looking forward to getting on them and having some fun. So I think it's kind of been in the pipeline, like Mike said, for a little while. But like Mike said, at the end of the day, if it's not making him happy, then fair dues, call it quits, knock it on the head, and do something you enjoy. And at the end of the day, I think to the most part, I think we all watch streamers and YouTubers for them, not so much their content. We all want to see them do well, whether it be DayZ videos, whether it be airsoft videos, whether it be Call of Duty videos, Minecraft, whatever. And like I say, as long as he's happy and he's good to go, then I can't see an issue anywhere.
The only issue I can see is what I put in my comment to the video. What's the monetization like for airsoft, mate? I'd get a guess it's not good.
Yeah.
YouTube's very anti IRL guns and stuff like that. So, but I'm guessing he's aware of that. I know in the past, I believe he's spoken with Silo. So if anyone's going to know what the monetization is like as Silo, but the comments were all very supportive. Do what makes you happy. People saying they're going to miss him. But I like that one. Finally see your face. As far as I understood, that was the first time he ever did a face reveal.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever seen his face either. Wasn't
Yeah.
what I was expecting, but not necessarily in a bad way.
No,
But like you say, I think that monetization is going to be a bit of an interesting one. I think that's going to be one to keep an eye out for him. I know he said in that video that he's still going to be playing DayZ and streaming on his Twitch channel and playing other games. So hopefully he can sort of supplement his income to a degree with that. But I think I think he's going to have to look at things like better ads and like sponsors and things like that for YouTube if he's doing anything firearm related, whether it be real firearms or airsoft, because like you say, YouTube's not a huge fan of anything along those lines. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see how he gets on with that overall.
Exactly. But like we said, he's a big boy. He knows what he's doing. So more power to him. And I hope he gets just as much joy with airsoft as he did from making YouTube videos back in the day. The next one is the new trailer for DayZ. Let me just see if I can. No, it doesn't want to play.
Good old Aussie internet.
Peggy 18.
The old sport is not the most...
Peggy 18.
Oh, Jesus. Shush. The old sport is not the most riveting of weapons, but it was still good to see. It was a nice trailer. A very nice trailer. They're spending some good money on marketing.
I think it was quite reflective of the game. I think some of the criticisms of some of the past trailers in sort of the past 18 months have been that they've not really been reflective upon the game in some ways, like the massively cinematized one that was that released when DayZ 1.0 came out, or was it after? I can't remember. Maybe console release. And that, I think the criticism there was that it wasn't necessarily reflective of the game, but I think I like these trailers that kind of show you a piece of the game, and that's probably a better way to get people into the game, I suppose.
Brim, I see you just read Camino's comment as well, mate. Getting a chuckle from me. They highlight the lighter.
I saw you started giggling. I saw you giggle and I thought he's definitely reading his chat. Or someone put, "Oh, it's Camino."
Easy going sums it up. Yeah, people getting catfished with trailers. Oh man, this looks fucking awesome. And then they join into a modded server. It's crash. But I found a fucking lighter.
Yeah. Well, they end up going into the center of Electra and getting sledgehammered in the back of the head by the first person they meet.
Yeah. That said, I was playing in the day of 1.08 coming out, and as silly as it is, oh, pardon me, I'm yawning. People were excited when they were finding lighters. Oh, I just found a lighter. Oh, I just found a sporter. Oh, I found a frying pan and was like, fuck yeah, I'm making room for this. And I did. I made room in my inventory and I took the frying pan because it was something new. I got the challenge of kill someone with a frying pan, but I can't kill someone with a gun, let alone try with a frying pan.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
It's a shit meaty weapon. Some guy knocked me out with a sledgehammer, tied me up on an official server the other day, and was just going to town twatting me in the head with my own frying pan that he took out of my inventory while I was unconscious. And he must have hit me about 10, 12 times before I finally went down. I was like, seriously?
And he'd already knocked you out as well.
Yeah, and he had already knocked me out and resuscitated me after tying me up and looting my frying pan to kill me with it.
Well, Mark's just said, I wonder, does the frying pan one shot like the shovel? Yeah, well, there you go, mate. Not. It definitely doesn't. It definitely doesn't.
I fucking wish it did. That's why I picked it up, because that was going to be my plan, to do to someone else what that guy did to me. But then it didn't work out.
Now, we touched on it, mate, but you were the one who posted it. Lots of people are reporting that their games are crashing on modded servers. I streamed for 3 hours yesterday, and it crashed on modded servers several times, but not on official, although the game was laggy and froze several times for over a minute. It's been bad.
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, I tried playing on the Blue Waffle server on the day of the 1.08 release. And again, like you say, with all modded servers, and it's not the Blue Waffle guy's fault, it is the update. It was just crashing every 15, 20 minutes for me, if not quicker. I went on to official and had barely any problems. But I do want to point out where I said that it froze. I do believe that might have been my end, because I had a few updates for other things going. I had about 20 things happening in the background, so it might not have been the update. It's difficult to tell, but yeah, like modded has been an absolute fucking nightmare since that update came out. And I think it just made me laugh how they brought out a hot fix patch to patch a bunch of things that had been going wrong. And like so many people were suddenly on Twitter when they announced it, were like, oh yes, finally we get a hot fix really quickly. And then like obviously didn't read the patch notes saying that we're working on the fix for the crashes. This is not a hot fix for those crashes. It's for other things. And people are getting so excited on Twitter. And I just love, because I'm a little bit of an arsehole, I'd love to see the disappointed look on people's faces when they realise it wasn't the crash fix they were hoping for.
No. And yeah, Marx has just said it in there. He had to use the offline version of the game to make a video because the servers were so broken. He did a update, which is comes up later as my content of the week. But yeah, Val, it's been a very rough week, but it's kind of like full circle. The console guys, they all look at us on PC with our awesome modded servers. And I was streaming the other day and I asked them, and most of them said it's been really, really good, this patch update. No major issues for them. And I've been saying to them, it's been a fucking nightmare for modded servers. But I think it's even worse this time, Pumpkin Eater. He said every update is a nightmare for modded servers. I think this is one of the worst I can recall, if not the worst. It's been a shocker. Not from DayZ expansion, which Camino will be able to fill us in on, having issues. And the server that I used to play on, DayZ Down Under, I actually reached out to the admins behind the server. No, I won't be able to jump into it. And I asked them to come on tonight to talk about it. But it's very, very late for them. Only dickheads like myself are still awake. Oh shit, I'm going again. They said it's been a pretty long week. Spud, the guy behind it, has barely had any time to play the server. I know GetSome's been on a couple of times. They didn't even know about the code lock issue. We were the ones who reported it to them. A couple of guys are building our base. And one of them said to the other, I wasn't actually with him at that time, and he goes, is everything all right? And he goes, yeah, I'm okay, but I'm a bit worried about this code lock. And we have the code lock mod on our server. And pretty much it didn't matter whether there was a pin code on it. You could just scroll wheel and you got the option to open the gate, and it would open. So we're now using 4-digit combination locks, which, as everyone who's had a base knows, it's not the greatest. And Camino's just said he left the DayZ expansion team. No, I wasn't aware, mate. You'll have to fill us in later on that. But yeah, it's been massive for them this last week. Like the server I was playing on tonight, Fubar Bundy's. Camino, you'll be happy. I managed to fly a helicopter. I flew it. I got it, and I was flying around the fucking Northwest airfield, and then the server crashed.
It was funny as fuck.
Oh, man.
You're going to hate me for what I'm about to tell you, Boydie, but as soon I was watching your stream, and as soon as I saw you jump in that heli, I immediately reached over to my stream deck and hit the fucking shadow play record button and put your stream full screen, because I'm thinking, if he crashes this in the first 10 seconds, you better believe I want video evidence.
But no, I did it. I had auto hover on, so I don't know if that helped me. But I was flying around, and then bang, the mic. It wasn't the server crashed; it was my connection. I crashed the desktop, and I logged back in, and I was sitting on the ground beneath my helicopter. I thought I was going to be dead, but no, the helicopter was still in the air because I had auto hover on. So it stayed there until it ran out of fuel. But somehow my character survived falling from there and was respawned on the ground with all my gear. I was quite worried. I was quite heavily geared, but yeah. It's been very, very hard for all of the mods at the moment. I don't know what it was with this patch, but something in it. Maybe it's to do with the bases. That was probably the biggest thing, was the base destruction. But nearly all the mods seem to have had issues updating, and other mods upsetting other mods, and just been an absolute nightmare for them.
Yeah, it's been a really weird one this last sort of week or so, hasn't it, since this update came out? Like you say, all the mods, we kind of expect all the mods to be fucked for about a week until everyone can get on. And that's not a fault of the modders at all. At the end of the day, fair dues to all the modders, because they're 99% of them, if not more than that, are doing it completely for free, because it's a passion project to theirs. So at the end of the day, they're all doing it in their spare time around their full-time jobs and families. So I think they deserve a lot of love and respect for what they do. And it's just a shame that Bohemia can't find a way of getting everything sort of, put over to the modders to say, look, here's what we're changing. Here's the code. Here's this, that, and the other. Have a little look around, play around, and see if anything's going to break, and see if you can fix it so your mods are updated when we go live with the update. But unfortunately, I just don't see that happening anytime soon.
I did have to laugh at Ben's tweet. He found this image that had been made on Reddit, a film by Bohemia Interactive, 1.08 crash, easily the strongest DayZ update since 1.07, from the screenwriter producer of Take on Mars and Wylands, new tents, sporter, base building, new ski resorts, frying pan, indoor stoves, central loot economy changes, lots of bug fixes, lots of bug additions, non-updated mods. And then you've got the staff, or the cast of the film, server admins, console gang, official server players, community server players, modders, 2 thumbs way up, Dean Hall. And that was by Purple Manatee, which is a name that if you frequent the DayZ Reddit, you see quite often. He, quite a funny guy. I had to pay that. Yeah, it's you got to laugh at these sorts of things. It's not DayZ without drama. Without drama, with an update or something like that. DayZ without bugs wouldn't be DayZ for most people.
Yeah.
Val, you get to fill us in on this one, mate. Round Table Gaming.
Yeah. Well, I've played quite a few of their servers in the past. They've always been the kind of a staple of the DayZ community for me, and it's nice to see that they're coming out with a new server, a kind of more heavily survival based server, because over the past couple of years they've kind of moved more towards heavily modded servers. So I think to see them coming back with kind of a more vanilla, in inverted commas, but more vanilla hardcore experience is really cool. And I think there's such a big community that have supported and been fans of the roundtable gaming servers in the past. I think it's a huge thing really for DayZ and modern DayZ as well, because I think quite a few of the people that have played these servers some of them have been taking time away from DayZ. So it's nice to see, hopefully, some old faces coming back. It's exciting for me.
Roundtable Gaming, that was some of the lads from Jensen Novo, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yep. I was right in what I was thinking there, which is, they're one of the OGs of community DayZ servers as well. So it's good to see them still around in one way, shape, or form. And a server like that, as After Dark proved, as Baby Nade's Island proves, there is a demand for hardcore DayZ servers. So it's good to see another one popping up. You guys in the EU, UK are just so fucking spoiled for choice when it comes to bloody DayZ servers.
Oh, we've got an absolute shit ton over here nowadays. It's, from the Blue Waffle guys, Roundtable Gaming are doing loads of stuff. We got absolutely tons. Like you say, I think we really are quite spoiled for choice over here nowadays, and it's just really good to see so many really good servers popping up and actually doing really well and sticking around for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like obviously you look at the past week, and like I said, I've been playing a lot of Baby Nerd server, which is hugely survival focused. Then on the other hand, I know both me and Brim played Uncle Ray Ray's test server, which was just insane. It couldn't be further away from vanilla DayZ you could get. Finding a giant dildo and beating someone to death with it. It was crazy, and I think we're very lucky in the sense we have so many incredibly varied servers. Yeah, I think we're lucky that we can kind of pick and play what we feel that day. Yeah.
Was it the Uncle Ray tweet or something where I saw someone asking him to add in the 7-foot purple dildo baseball bat from Saints Row on the server? So
that's basically what he's got.
Yeah, he's got pretty much.
Essentially, he's got two large sexual implementations going on in the server. They're both called the Prolapser. You've got the Prolapser 50, which is a smaller sexual device, and the Prolapser 5000, which I think is pretty much, it's almost as tall as your character in game itself. And they are definitely fun to batter people with.
One-hit knockout as well, isn't it? So
the big one at least, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. DayZ Twitter watch. Oh, probably the
Jacob's
best
been on fire again.
post of the year.
Might be a post of a lifetime with that one.
Oh God, I thought I had the link to the actual post by them, but so we had someone post, is this game still alive? It very much is. You can actually stream it on. Oh, never mind. And the awkward face. And the reason for that is screenshotted by this here, the guy who said it was a Mixer streamer. I was kind of shocked, but oh my fucking God, I wet myself laughing at that. It was like
it's just so unnecessary in the best possible way. I fucking love it.
It was gold. Absolutely.
Props to the guy though. He took it really well. He said he had a good laugh about the comment, so it wasn't like he was, really offended or anything. I think it was all taken in really good nature, and that kind of makes it even better because it was just a group of people having a laugh on Twitter, which you don't often see with all the negativity about. But yeah, it was good.
So especially in this community at the moment.
Well, kudos to him for that, because a lot of people would have got very butthurt and wow. Actually, the one has just joined in chat. You missed us talking about what it's been like for modders with 1.08 launching, mate. So feel free to either jump into the channel, mate, or just let us know yourself what it's been like. It's been amazing, he says. It's been amazing. I love it.
Christmas come early.
How's your deathmatch server been going, Dewan? Did that have many issues? While he replies, I will load up the next DayZ Twitter watch.
I couldn't imagine being a modder. I love the idea of being able to do something that creative myself, but fuck that. I couldn't deal with that headache.
This one kind of frustrated me. It was a reply to one of the, oh God, here we go. God, boomers. So DayZ put a post out, and some people got into a tete-a-tete in, well, not really a tete-a-tete, just a whinge festival. And this Cobra guy, underscore Rebel Snake, it is stupid. Any game that doesn't offer co-op, that offers co-op but not a way of linking up with friends, is taking the immersion thing way too far. There's some features that simply need to be included to make the gaming experience enjoyable. Having to spend loads of time just to locate someone is plain ludicrous for any type of game. Spawning with a buddy in no major way takes away from the hardcore survival experience. I see everyone saying this game is trash, and with simple quality of life features like this not being included, I'm inclined to agree. I probably went a bit hard, but it pissed me off. And I said, this is the most retarded thread ever. Seriously, it's basically, you didn't make the game the way I wanted. Why not? Give me tendies. Guys, there are PC servers that offer you the ability to spawn anywhere. 20,000 plus players on PC each day must like it. And I did elaborate a little bit more on that, but it just, so many memories of getting lost with mates in TeamSpeak. Or Discord, wait for a free trial weekend and give it a shot. It's addictive. Getting lost on this massive map is a memory I'll never forget. And asking someone new to the game, where are you? I see a church. We've all been there. We've all had those. Oh, wait, I see a sign. What does it say? I can't read it. And you remember these things. Half the joy with DayZ is finding someone, linking up and just chatting in Discord. And it's such a casual game. It's not a instant and, there's plenty of other games out there, mate, that let you do that. Scum and I don't know about DeadSide and all the rest of it, but
DeadSide does.
DeadSide does as well. So
yep.
Why make a game that has a player base conform to what you want? Just find a server that suits you, or just I liked your comment in the Discord about it though, Val. You went to type a reply. How many times did you say?
I don't think I said it in the Discord, but I think it was probably 5 or 6. I'd wrote a reply, but it was basically something along the lines of, how fucking self-entitled do you have to be to think that just because one feature you want in a game isn't there, it makes it trash, and 20,000 plus people playing it are just all wrong, and just because you want one thing, that makes it. It's I don't know. You see a lot of people on Twitter, I think, kind of using the same argument, but it's always the same. It's always just self-entitlement sometimes.
The one actually said that his deathmatch server was running within the first hour. Since the regular server still had issues, we had more players find out about the server. So good to hear, mate. Good to hear. Because you've got a fantastic mode there with that whole deathmatch thing. Have you guys tried it yet?
I haven't.
You need to give it a try.
I haven't had a chance to get on.
Yeah, you need to give it a try.
I've seen a few people play it.
It's fucking, it's literally, it's barely even recognizable as DayZ other than the locations and the characters and that. Like, you see something on the ground, you don't need to stop, open your inventory and pick it up. You just run over the top of it and it auto-equips it if you need it. It's literally,
that's a fantastic feature.
It's just literally just designed to let you get in and kill people, which if you want to, this is the best server to do it on.
Oh yeah, I like to do that every so often. 'Cause normally I sort of play a more reserved play style where I'd rather have interactions with people. I think every now and then you need to get that pent up, want to kill out of the way. And I think a server like that's brilliant. I've seen a fair decent chunk of DayZ content creators both on Twitch and on YouTube jumping on that server and having a good go. And it looks like it could be a very good laugh. So it's on my to-do list for in the coming week to jump on and give it a go.
Definitely. And I've had a chat with the one about maybe doing a competition on it in the not near future, but in the future with a couple of prizes. He's slowly converting DayZ to Call of Duty Kappa. Well, that's interesting. Last week we had Keegan on talking about his Battle Royale mod, and we've got the one with his deathmatch server, and Pumpkin Eater saying Vanilla ++ deathmatch is super cool. Even if I suck and got killed, everything I spawned on Northwest Airfield, it is. It's a simple way to just jump in there. Like tonight, I was on Fubar Bundy's Scuff server, And yeah, I was trying to find people. I killed a couple of bears, I killed a few animals, killed a few infected, but other than bumping into a couple of people at the trader, I just couldn't find anyone. And I was actually, for once, looking for PvP. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing about Fubar's server as well, is it's only been open like a week and he's already managed to cultivate a really good, positive community on that server. Like I get like 300 ping because obviously the server's based in Australia and I'm not. But it's still so smooth to play on. I don't get any lag really or anything like that.
Yep.
And everyone I've bumped into in the altar trader and outside of it, with the exception of one guy who was camping the altar trader from the little bust out castle spot just down the road from it, that guy ended, I mean, he missed me because he's obviously a shit shot. But then he ended up getting spoken to by one of the admins saying, look, that's against the rules. Please don't do it again. And like it just seems that everything's being done the right way on that server so far. And it's really good to see.
Although they call it balanced, but the loot ain't fucking balanced. You should have seen the run I just had. I found 5 chopper crashes. 5 fucking chopper crashes in 4 hours. A fucking...
My kind of server.
Yeah.
I'm like you, buddy. I'm a little loot whore, so I'm all for it. Give me all the fucking chopper crashes you can.
Oh god, I need a bigger backpack. I need the biggest backpack possible. To be
Story
able to
of DayZ life, innit?
No stamina as well, so I can carry as much as I want and not have to worry about it. But yeah, as the one said in chat, he did do a Aussie one, but Aussies are weird creatures. I don't know why, but they never went for the deathmatch server, and his North American one is kicking ass. So yeah, imagine if you did one. Boyd wandering around with a donkey full of loot. If I could, I would. I'd tame a fucking bear and make it carry fucking 10 packs on it and just have him full of loot. D-Hop's in chat as well. If you update VLL++ one more time when I'm in a fight, I swear to God. This next tweet from them. Normally when we talk about them, we're talking about a positive one, but oh my fucking God, this one pissed me off. The sooks in the fucking chat when they've come out. Hello, survivors. We would like to thank you all for your feedback regarding the update 1.08. It helped us out a lot. We are already working on a hot fix that should be deployed soon. It will fix some of the issues you have been reporting. 29 retweets, 444 likes, and over 160 comments. Spawning with friends. Yeah, this is the one where that comment come in. But when you scrolled on, how about missing basic containers, damage options for console stated in console patch notes? Another few good ones there. But then it descends into hopefully in the future there'll be updates with less issues afterwards. The sunlight glare, I do agree with. I think if you wear sunglasses, it should reduce it. It's a bit OP at the moment.
Yeah, it's a bit mad, isn't it? My eyesight's shit to begin with. I don't need any fucking help making it worse when I'm running towards the sun.
But the thing that annoyed me the most was when you look at it, so many people are posting issues. Now, I wonder how many of these people are actually bothering to fill out the feedback tracker, a bug report.
Oh, I can almost guarantee it's less than 1%. Almost guarantee.
I actually sent Rab Plays a message because he does pretty good technical ones. And Marks, this would be one for you maybe. Do a video showing people how to fill out a fucking bug report, please. Just, yeah. If it's that big of an issue. And one of the reasons I wanted to get Ben and any of the server admins, to one, D-Hop, you may be able to help us with this. What is the best way for people to lodge feedback with servers? Generally, I know there's Discord and that, but at the moment, there's so much confusion. A lot of people putting hate on the game when it's the mods that are having the issues. From what I understand, vanilla is playing quite well. Have either of you two played vanilla?
Yeah, it seems fine, I think.
Yeah, like I say, I streamed it for a couple of hours, had a couple of stutters, but again, I think that was was a problem on my PC at that time rather than anything that's DayZ's fault. So
Yep.
seems to be running relatively smooth.
And I don't know, and this is where the likes of Dewan, Camino, if you're still around, you may be able to help as well. I don't know what they can do differently. Is there a way to better release an update so that modders can be prepared ahead of time? I don't even know if that's possible. Marks, do a video showing people how to lodge a feedback report. I reckon that would fucking... DayZ would probably love you, mate. You could probably hit them up for your other project you want to do as well if you did that. But yeah, just do a video showing people how to lodge feedback properly using the tracker. Not just fucking whining on Discord or Reddit or Twitter. If they put it somewhere, it can be actioned on. And they can check to see if anyone else has reported it.
Yeah, I could have done that when they had the experimental, because I found an issue and reported it. And it does seem almost like their feedback tracker is a little bit... It's probably... The information they asked for is very, very necessary, I've no doubt. It just seems a little bit long for me, for my liking. It was a bit of a pain in the arse having to spend 20 minutes trying to basically fill in the same information in 3 different pissing ways. But at the same time, it's the issue that I reported supposedly got fixed according to the patch notes. So, and like you say, if it'd be good if everyone knew that it was there and knew how to use it properly, rather than, like you say, people just bitching on Twitter.
Camino's just raised a good point in chat there. They should implement a way to report feedback in-game like it is done in some other games. That is a very, very good point. And touching on your point, Brim, they need to simplify it, because even I've done it and it's a bit confusing. It's a bit technical. Some of the fields you have to fill out, like what do they mean by this and all the rest of it. But the one saying, Val, we had a window of 3 weeks as modders to prepare for 1.08. We got debug version of the branch to test things out, but the real flaws always show up when it's live and players are using the content.
Yeah, I think it's a bit difficult as well, isn't it? To, like you say, you don't know how it's going to go until it actually goes live. So you can have 3 weeks of testing and what have you, but until you actually go in, get your server to its full capacity and use all the different things, you're not going to know. So it is a bit of a, it is a bit of a difficult one, but at the same time, like you say, I don't know if there's something Bohemia might be able to do more to give more information to try and alleviate these things a little bit easier.
But one hell of a week for the modders and for DayZ. I do kind of feel for DayZ, because 99% of the hate they were getting was mod related. But yeah, wow. Some people just the sookiness on Twitter. But there was a comment there. I think it was Chris FPS who said it. Sometimes I hate Twitter. This was definitely one of those weeks where it wasn't a Val.
Yeah, I think I personally came sort of ahead with Twitter this week, and I was just fed up with it. And I think I can see why. Sometimes Twitter can be such a toxic place, and even if you're not involved in the toxicity yourself, it can have a negative effect on you sometimes. And and I think it's just repetitive, and it's just the mire of shit that you see on Twitter can be quite disheartening sometimes. But just conversely, there's so many nice, positive things you see. I think it's not all bad, but yeah, it's been a hell of a week, and it's been a difficult week in some respects on Twitter. But at the same time, there's always nice things to drag you back up. So
yep, just go searching for puppies. Always lots of nice
definitely.
Yeah. Community spotlight. Mine is an easy one, and he's in the chat right now too. Wait for it to load up.
With a new video, and in today's video we are checking out everything new in the DayZ expansion mod version.
Mark's did a video. I'll just mute it in case it's copyrighted music. Showcasing the new stuff in the expansion mod update. New boat and the crossbow. They finally have implemented the crossbow.
Nice.
So that's going to make a lot of people happy. I did see a lot of comments asking, what about a bow? What about a bow? What about a bow? But small steps, people, small steps.
I know it's still in the files, because whenever I go to spawn items in on my server, I've noticed that there is a bow mentioned in the files, but obviously it's just left over from when it used to be in DayZ. They've just not removed the actual overall files. You can't, they're still not active. If you try and spawn one in as a server admin, it will just crash your game and fuck you up.
So I would have got copyright strike if I'd played that video. Marks gets away with it because he has a producer who loves him. But yeah, the music was copyrighted, so I couldn't do it. But again, yeah, Marks had to do this in offline mode so that he could get it done, because it was just pretty bad. Experimental offline version crashed every 5 minutes, he said.
Yeah, and I would say as well, for Marks's benefit, I would say be very careful as well, even if you know the guy and it's his music and he says it's fine, because I don't know if anyone's noticed in the last couple of weeks, Running Man's has been having a very similar issue where he's got someone who says, yeah, use my content free, and it's been getting falsely copyright claimed by someone who doesn't have the copyright to the music. And even the guy who does have the copyright has emailed the people that have claimed it, and as far as I'm aware, to this day hasn't received a response, and it's still in the middle of being sorted as we speak. So it's a really fucking weird and rough one out there now with the copyright.
Yeah, that was I saw that as well with the Running Man and having some issues there, but you know, it's part and parcel of doing it. But there was a second one I wanted to have before I give you guys a chance to talk about yours. Joedo put a tweet out about a DayZ Arma 2 Chernarus server.
Yeah, I spotted that. In fact, if you go on to the thing that got me with this tweet as well, is they say, if you guys need IP, let me know. And I think it's the whole tweet as to bring sort of eyes to the server is pretty cool. But you can actually find it. I'm assuming it's the same server. You can actually find it in the DayZ standalone launcher. When you go on the launcher and you want to filter via map, I believe it's called Chernarus Isles, if I'm not mistaken. And the actual server name says Arma 2 Chernarus in the name of the server. So I haven't had a chance to get on it yet, but I'm certainly interested to have a look, because I'm sort of one of the few members of this community, I think, that joined after it had already been released. So after it was already standalone, I never played any of the Arma games. So be quite interesting.
Is it like the old Blue Square, Triple Yellow Cherno and old Electro? And
I'm assuming so. Like I said, I've not had a proper look into it. It's something I'm going to do over the next few days, but it will be really interesting to see the differences between what we've got now on live standalone and what it was back then.
To one saying 2012 Chernarus from day one of DayZ mod.
Before my time.
So Northeast Airfield.
Yeah, that's something I'm really interested in as well. Northeast and Balota are actually having some bloody buildings in there you can check out that makes it worth going to.
You won't have Tizzy, you won't have Mishkino tents, because they were all later editions, I believe. Yeah.
Hopefully they've got the in-game map that you can just press M, open it up, and just see the differences as well that way, just to add a little extra sort of visual aid to it.
I think there was she did mention the IP. I'll try and find it for you. There it is.
Oh, there you go.
That's the IP for the server for anyone who wants to check it out. What about you guys? What was your content?
I think mine was the hilarious video that the always hilarious Mr. OG did with featuring Ariana. And he turned, or according to the title of the video anyway, he turned Ariana into a psychopath and she was torturing some poor guy. It was hilarious. It was nice to see a different side.
Sweetie, Ariana.
Yeah.
She was actually meant to be our guest tonight. I wanted to do a Women of DayZ special. But with all the drama this week, it was probably good that she couldn't turn up because it would have stolen the spotlight from her. But Ariana being a bit of a psycho, eh?
Yeah, it was a hilarious video. It was really good. Definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I'm definitely going to have to check that one out. I saw it came out and I saw some stuff on Twitter about it, but I haven't actually got round to watching it. So I'm definitely interested to see another side of Ariana that I don't think I've seen yet.
And what about you, Brim? What was your community spotlight moment of the week?
So for me, I think I'm going to have to share MomentZ. He's actually done a video, came out yesterday, called Tidbits Number 20, Funny Moments and PvP in DayZ. And it's just like, it's literally what it says on the tin. It's just, some good quality content from him and putting out some good funny moments in PvP. So once again, Amish putting out some pretty decent videos.
He's been killing it lately, Amish. He's just growing and growing, and it's good to watch.
Yeah, yeah. I've put a link to it in the Twitch chat there for anyone who wants to check it out.
Well, I think we are done, ladies and gentlemen. Ben didn't get to make it tonight, but I'm guessing that's probably server stuff related. He's probably a very, very busy man right now.
Yeah, I'd hate to be him. With all due respect to the guy, I'd hate to have to do all the stuff that he has to do.
Which one's that again, Brendan? I'm just being told I haven't shown Goldie's video. Link to Mark's YouTube. 1 second. That's to the video. Oh, the raid. Can you get me a link and put it in the chat, Brendan? No, I think we did show that last week, mate. We showed that last week. The very cleverly edited. Oh no, did we? I'm not sure. Give me 1 second, guys.
I know that we shared the one that I think was it that Rav Plays put up of him crawling through the window and getting matey who was holding the stairs in one of the double reds.
That was
one of the double greens.
200 IQ play.
That was ridiculous.
Even if it's against what Sumrak intended.
Kind of play the hand you dealt, don't you, I suppose?
I was always of the opinion that if they didn't want you to do it, they wouldn't allow you to do it. But he said it's sort of a bypass of weapon collision and grenade throwing and stuff like that. So
it's not a bug, it's the feature.
That's the catch cry of DayZ, isn't it? Yeah. But no, Brendan, we did show that last week. I'm 100% certain, mate. The awesome raid video that you guys did. A bunch of old guys. Actually, come to think of it, I don't know whether we actually did. So give me 1 second.
I think we mentioned it, but I don't know if we actually showed it. I can't remember. My memory isn't good enough to go back further than about 12 hours, so...
Here we go. It's on the stream. Again, probably copyrighted, so I'm going to get demonetized, but nah.
We are not here to actively kill anybody. Granted, they are not bandits. We would not open fire on a single fucking group unless we had actionable intel that they were acting as a bandit fucking faction, and then they would be dead.
I think we have watched it. I think we watched it when I was last on, so 2 weeks ago.
Okay, we did watch it. Yep.
Yeah, I remember it now, just about.
Let's get ready to pull these fucking guns.
Yep, we did. Yeah, if you guys remember it, it was a very, very cleverly edited. But the best part of it was a bunch of, they're called Goldies Oldies. They're all 30 plus years old as a general rule. Got a couple of younger guys now, I think. And some of them are even older than me. And they managed to raid a bunch of young militant guys on the server. And it was just very, very cleverly done. And very cleverly edited and a good cheeky come at us, bro moment. But yeah, 30, lol.
I think that's some of the best kind of content, though, isn't it, for this game? And you can have
It
good,
is.
funny content like that. That's quite clearly no one can mistake it is just for a good laugh, good, decent little bit of content. I think we need a lot more of that at the moment.
Yes, we definitely do. There's, like we talked at the beginning, there's just it's kind of sad that there is some division. Yeah, it's only natural. People do fall out with each other and all the rest of it, but we really need to focus on the positives. DayZ is doing better than ever. In fact, we didn't actually look at that today. What is the DayZ chart like?
I think it's going to be a bit of a difficult one at the moment, isn't it? Because we've
Yeah.
got so many. Not only is the normally when a new update comes out, we see the player numbers rise, but with the amount of issues they've been having with crashing and bug issues and stuff like that with modded, I think that's going to kind of even it out a little bit.
Okay, so that's obviously when the patch come out, so that's why those numbers are down. But 18, so the average is down a bit. No,
Seems to
the
be
average
very,
is
like I say,
the
very
average
up and
is
down, though, doesn't it?
very. It's pretty much the same. Not really any major difference, which is kind
What's
of
that
surprising.
massive low spot, that massive low spike on the left hand side. There's like a green spike that goes really low down.
I don't know.
June 9th at 2 a.m, 0 players. And then an hour later, it jumps up to...
Yeah, must have had a
Tens of
crash or
thousands.
something. Jack the Fast, thank you so much. Pumpkin Eater, thank you for the follow. Look, guys, we love doing this. We love doing this for you all. We get to talk shit. The one saying it's probably an issue with Steam Charts API or Steam itself. And yes, Jack the Fast, every Saturday, same time, we're all here. We just, we talk about what happened in the last week and anything else, and try to get a guest on. We were unable to this week, but next week I have asked the guys from Karma Crew to come on. Minder, Toprek, Erno, Wicked, OG. So whoever can make it from them, because even though with the issues today, they're a massive stream team and some extremely talented content creators. So I'm very, very keen to talk to them as a group and find out more about what their visions are. They've got their Karma Crew server and stuff like that. And we'll see how we go. And I'm glad you enjoy it over breakfast, Jack.
I think that one could actually be really good, and maybe even possibly a good idea for a spotlight as well. Do like a Karma Crew spotlight, so it's not just one-on-one this specific streamer or that specific streamer, like a group spotlight type situation as well.
The spotlights are so hard to do. This is
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
this is so much easier. Like at the moment, I've got to message him back. I'm still trying to tie down Gamer Dad for a time, but it's just we're really clashing with our times. When I'm available, he streams. When he's available, I stream. And so I'm just going to have to bite the bullet myself and take one for the team and do it at a time when I normally stream, so I can just get the interview done, because I really want to do one. He's a fascinating individual, Gamer Dad. Needs to be more.
Yeah, I've seen a
boomers.
few bits of his. Yeah, I've seen a few bits of his. There seems to be at the moment, and no disrespect meant by this to the older people in the world, but there seems to be quite a lot of older content creators, especially in the DayZ community at the moment as well. There seems a lot of sort of dads and uncles and granddad ages.
But DayZ is a game that
nowhere.
just lends itself to, it's not a fast-paced game. Like, yes, there's the Vanilla ++ Deathmatch server, which is fast-paced. But as a general rule, especially if you find the right server. It's the perfect game for us oldies to just get on, run around. I was chatting with a guy on the DayZ Down Under server, and all he would say is he's got a son or a daughter my age, and his name is Mia's Bob, and he just loves dawdling around the map and looting and meeting people and stuff like that. Like, he's in the group with the rest of us. I had to talk him through how to load up I Survive and create an account and join a group and all the rest of it. And he's literally like, hold on, back it up there. What did you say at the beginning? And I had a great fucking time just chatting with him. He was just such a delightful person to talk to. It was fucking amazing. And you hear so many communities have got their resident old fart who just, yeah, everyone knows, and they feel bad if anything bad happens to him on the server, and if they bump into him, they leave him alone, and they'll probably give him stuff to send him on his way. And it's a great game for good communities. And I don't know if that would happen on vanilla or on console, where it sounds like it's a bit more brutal, but that's one of the things I love about DayZ. It's a perfect game for us who prefer a slower pace of action. Brim and Val, thank you once again, guys, for coming on the show tonight. Val, are we ever going to get to have a face reveal, mate, or are you going to hide behind the logo?
I think I'd scare everyone off. I think your viewing figures would plummet into like negative figures. I think people would be reporting your stream body. It'd be more controversy for you. So we can't have that. But maybe, probably.
Probably.
I can arrange that. Yeah, I can arrange that.
It would be good if you can, mate, but it's no biggie. You can't either. And Jack the Fast, thank you so much for the sub, buddy. All the best, guys, and I'll see you next week.
See you, bye. Have a good one, everyone.